Ski Studios in the house. What's cracking, people? Another day, another dollar. Man, yeah, it's been a little bit since I put a video out. I just been doing my thing, man. I'm driving around. I'm working on trying to start a company up. I'm trying to get a power washing company. Hey, if you're in Massachusetts and you need your house cleaned, roof cleaned, hit me up, man. Just hit me up in the messages on the bottom, the comments, and I'll come clean it. You know what I mean? I'm just starting out. I think I'm gonna call it professional power washing. I was thinking of higher power washing, which I did kind of like, but it's got to have the pressure wash in there because that's what people look for when they're doing it. I just been focusing, working, saving, doing my thing, working out. And like I can't even believe it, man. Straight up, I can't believe it, man. I'm like driving, like dude, when I got clean, like dude, I wasn't even thinking of driving, and because I was just the worst driver in the world. Like if you see my last video, straight up, man. Have it always snowing, a couple of driving around bumping people, dude, in a McDonald's parking lot, dude. Like what was wrong with me, man? Like, I just can't believe it, man. Next month I'll have 1 year off of the Suboxone. I'm just getting through, man. You know, and it's a far cry from where I used to be. You know, I was thinking, you know what I mean? I'll tell this story. You know, back in the day, there was a kid, and I was cool with him. He was a friend, and his name was Mike, right? And one day I went up to New Hampshire with some of his friends, like, and I didn't know any of the friends, right? And I was drinking. I think I had 151, which is like, Bacardi 151 is like one of the strongest alcohols out. And so I'm there, dude, and I'm like, I'm drinking this stuff. Like, I might have been mixing it, but I think it was like straight, dude. And on the top of the bottle, it's got like a grape, dude. Like, and you take a sip of that, dude, and it just feels like, ooh, man. You know what I mean? Like, when you wake up in the morning, dude, and like, like you didn't even brush your teeth, man, and like, you take a sip, ooh, you're mad, right? Like, you're just mad. You got that mean mug on your face, dude, right? And, like, dude, I'm cool with everybody at this place, but it isn't, you know what I mean? Is we drive in there, dude, I'm sipping, and I get up there. Everybody's drinking beers, dude, and it's, like, early in the night, right? And these are, like, New Hampshire people. So nobody can get white. And if they can, dude, it's, like, super duper expensive, you know? So, people are like putting the money together, and this isn't even something I normally do. You know what I mean? And the money was like getting put on the table. Somebody put $100 bill down, and I grabbed the bill. Like, I don't know how nobody's seen it, because like I was like a mess, right? So I grabbed the bill, and I took it, right? So all of a sudden, like, I go, hey, I can get it, you know what I mean? I got somebody, because I got, like, multiple people, so, I can get it cheaper, and I can get a whole ball, dude, and they couldn't even get balls up there. So, I make the call, we can go get it. Hey, I need the money. Dude, I took the money. That's how bent I was, dude, right? So all of a sudden, they can't find the money, right? And, I'm like, dude, I need the money, dude. The guy's gonna be coming. We gotta drive down there. All of a sudden, I remembered I took the money, and I had to admit that I took it. You know what I mean? They wanted to like fight me and stuff, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna call my boy, right?" And they call it. They say the kid's name, right? And I was like, "Yo, that kid's weak," you know what I mean? Like, I use a different word, but I'm like, yo, that kid's weak. I already took him, you know what I mean? Like, they're trying to call him to, like, try to, like, fight me. I'm like, I already took that kid, da-da-da-da. Just acting like a complete a-hole, bro. You know, and, I ended up telling him I took the money. I was like, dude, I took the money. I don't know what the hell I tried to say, but I admitted I took it, you know what I mean? It was, like, in my pants or something. So it's like I couldn't find it, and then I realized like I must have jocked it or something. Or stuck it in my cheeks. I don't know, dude. But I ended up giving it back to them, and they wanted to like kick me out of the house, and I wouldn't get out of the house. Like, I was like, I ain't getting out of the house until you give me a ride. I don't know, man. I just like, it's crazy. I always say this, man, but it's crazy when I think like back to how I used to be, man, because I was just like these people are all cool with me, dude, and I'm taking money and I'm like just acting like an a-hole, dude. It's like I was just like a very when I started like, dude, like, yeah, I know, like, obviously, the Brown was like terrible for me. You know what I mean? It was terrible for me because I could have not be here anymore over it. And but drinking and doing like white, dude, like I was like off the chain, bro. Like if you weren't cool with me, like I'm talking long term friends. Like you had to be friends with me for like 5 years. But like, cause like a lot of times I would I'd be getting people stuff and like I did get them. Like if I say I'm getting you something and I come back and I give it to you, like I'm giving it to you. Like you're getting a legit thing, I ain't pinching nothing. But if I'm drinking and I decide that I want it, I would physically tell you I'm taking it. And I hate talking like this because I feel like, oh, I'm acting like I'm a tough guy. You know what I mean? Like, and honestly, I don't want to be a tough guy, but like that's kind of how I was. And dude, honestly, bro, I wasn't the toughest guy. There's times I lost fights, but most of the time when I did that, man, like, I had other people or I had a weapon or I had something, dude, because I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have came through with it. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't have came through. That's all I can say. Dude, one time, right? This was one time, right? I was coming back from work, dude, and I like live in Haverhill. Like that's where I'm from. I live in Haverhill, and I'm going back to Haverhill, and I always would call the guy, and the guy would take an hour to get there. So I call the dude when I'm leaving. I'm like leaving like Billerica or Tewksbury or something, right? And I call the guy up. I'm like, yeah, hey, come. And he'll always say 10 minutes. 10 minutes, my friend, 10 minutes. But he always would take an hour. He would literally take an hour. So I call him, you know what I mean? It's going to take me at least a half an hour to get home, maybe 45 minutes because it's rush hour. So I call him, and the dude ends up being there like way sooner, right? And my buddy's meeting me. I got to get money from other people. This girl wants something too. And my buddy's like, oh, can this girl get something? I was like, yeah. Give me the money, right? She's like, yeah, I get dropped off and she picks me up in her car. You know what I mean? Because I didn't drive. I lost my license for multiple years. So, she picks me up and I'm like, she's like, she hears me say something to the guy on the phone. The guy don't speak English. You know what I mean? So, like, you gotta half talk in Spanish. She thinks that because of, like, what I'm saying on the phone, I'm ripping her off. So she starts driving the opposite direction. I'm like, dude, I gotta get there. The guy's already there, man. I go, F it then. Just let me out of the car, dude. Keep your money. I'm going without you. And she wouldn't let me out of the car, dude. But there was, like, a little bit of traffic. She had to slow down. You know what I mean? Like maybe 25, right? I open the door and I jump out. Dude, I friggin' hit the ground so friggin' hard. Like, dude, I seen that flash. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you get hit hard in the head, you see that flash, right? And, like, contrary to popular belief, 25 miles an hour is a lot faster than it seems. You know what I mean? Like, man, dude, I've seen people jump out at 25. Dude, one of my friends, dude, he's like, dude, so I ended up jumping out of the car, dude, and I went and I grabbed it, you know what I mean? I went and I grabbed it, but the girl came back, dude. I'm like, dude, I ain't getting in the car with you, you know what I mean? Like, and the dude's calling me, back then, dude, like that, it used to, like, piss me off, dude, waiting for the people, man. That, like, used to rip me. I'd be like, dude, I don't care if it's an hour. I don't care if it's an hour, dude. You know what I mean? Just tell me it's going to be an hour. Don't tell me because I didn't meet him at my house. I ain't meet nobody at my house. I can't have people know where I live. Plus, a lot of times with the dealers, man, like, I would take them. You know what I mean? Like, 9 out of 10 of my dealers, I would take. Because they leave me waiting. They're telling me, you know what I mean? And that used to, like, really piss me off. I had a thing, like, 3 times, dude, and I'm taking everything. Like, I don't know, man. For that life, dude, to, like, where I am now, like, I don't do any of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do nothing, bro. I literally do. I don't steal. I don't do nothing, dude. You know what I mean? The only thing I could say, I might have a little bit of an attitude sometimes, but if I feel like you're directly doing something to me, but that's it, man. You know what I mean? That's it, bro. You know? I'm just trying to like get my life going. I work out multiple times a week. Dude, my arms, bro, straight up. I gained since June of last year, or June and July, I gained over an inch on my biceps, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I measure myself. It's crazy, too, because at the beginning, like, honestly, man, I was thinking of getting on the juice, dude. And I looked it up, and it said, like, oh, if you're coming off of opiate, dude, I look up, like, everything. Like, I'm wicked big into, like, everything. So, like, research and stuff. So, like, I looked it up, and it said, like, oh, if within 6 months of you getting off of any opiate, if you get juice, dude, like, you'll be fine. But if you ever come off of it, you will never, like, be able to have sex again normally. You know what I mean? Like, you won't be able to do it anymore. You'll have to get Viagra or something. And I'm like, I don't know. I ain't messing with that, bro. I definitely ain't messing with that, man. If everything's good, I'm keeping it good, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy because I am 42, dude. And a couple people, like, I ain't lying, bro. A couple people have accused me of being on steroids. You know what I mean? At 42 years old, kid, I'm gaining it, bro. Like, I'm gaining weight, man. I don't know if you guys could tell. I feel like just looking at the video, man, I could feel like I'm doing all right. I'm slunched over a little, so my stomach looks like a little messy, but, you know what I mean? I could lose a little on my stomach, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I always come in here, try to check in with you guys every once in a while. You know what I mean? Give you the lowdown on what's going on Ski's life. You know what I mean? That's all I got to do. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to get out there, make a mill here, a mill there, and you make up for it, man. You know what I mean? A mill here, a mill there, man. I need a couple G's, dog. You know what I mean? Like, on the low, son. You know what I mean? Like, hey, but anyways, though, like, straight up, man, anybody needs any power washing done, a roof, I could do a deck, siding, a deck, wooden decks, I could do, like, if you're gonna paint them or something. If they're stained, it will take the stain off, too. So, you know what I mean? But, like, honestly, man, I'm gonna do the best job I can. I know, like, I do, you hear, like, some crazy stuff I do on here, but straight up, dude, I'm taking everything serious. I ain't ripping nobody off. And even in the streets, bro, like, I never, did anything. Well, I did. Truth is, I did. Truth is, I did, man. I did rip some people off, but I told them I was ripping them off. You know what I mean? At least when I took the money, I did. You know what I mean? Like, like, when you're trying to do something to somebody, like, you gotta talk that sweet nothing in their ear. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, I got you. You know? Everybody talks nice to you when they're trying to screw you. You know what I mean? Literally and figuratively. You know what I mean? So, like, because sometimes, like, when I was gonna, like, get into it with somebody, like, at one point, I used to get on the phone and I'd be talking mad crap, like, I'm gonna break you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna come over and I'm taking everything, dude, like, you're done, right? And what I realized is, people got scared and they didn't want to meet up with me. So you know what I mean? So the next thing, like, I realized, like, real quickly is, like, don't even let them know you're mad. You got to talk to them like you're nice, bro. Like everything's fine. Oh, dude, don't worry about it, man. Da-da-da-da. And then when you get up close to them and you see them, hey, by the way, bro, give me everything you got, dog. Give me it all. Peel, mother. You know? I'm taking it, son. Because people get scared. You know what I mean? That's why you got to talk nice to them when you're trying to screw, you know? But I hope you all having a great day, man. God bless you all. I'm not joking, man. Like, if you're out there and you're messing up, I promise you, like, you could change and life can be better. I seen a kid, like, putting on Facebook earlier, like, oh, I have, a few months clean and I don't feel happy. And someone's like, oh, it takes multiple years before you're happy. That's not true. You know what I mean? Like, it could if you're not doing anything at all. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta get out of that old mindset. You know what I mean? You gotta get good people that are doing the same stuff that you're doing. And you wanna be around people that are doing better than you because you drag yourself up to where they are. When you're hanging around a bunch of people that are doing worse than you or the same, you're acceptable. You know what I mean? It's acceptable to live how you will live. If the people are doing worse, you feel like you're doing better than them. So you know what I mean? And you're not around anybody that's doing better. So you're gonna, you know what I mean? You're gonna like be like, damn, it's so hard to get up there. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be so hard to get up to that level. You know, and you need to have other people around you that are like talking that good stuff. You know what I mean? That you could do this, you could do that. You can do anything you want to do if you believe you can do it. All right? I don't know, man. God bless you all. I hope you hit like, subscribe, comment, support your man, because I support you. Peace out, brother.